The society has made it a norm to harass and ridicule any man who comes out and says, yo, this is what I am going through and I need help. So most men don't get help because the society either does not believe that men are going through this, or the society view a man who is going through this as a weakling, which is really sad. And most women, a higher percentage of women is going through gender-based violence. We also find out that men are going through gender-based violence mostly in silence because men don't talk about these things. I'm here to talk about something very sensitive. It's called gender-based violence. And this is specifically for men. Before I do this, guys, I love nature a lot. I love nature. So you can see I'm shooting next to flowers, and your flowers are very beautiful. This one is honestly and literally meant for men. So men, come, let's speak to one another. Let's enjoy this talk. It's a very relaxed talk. It's a short clip that I'm only doing to talk about what I feel like men go through. But before then, I'm gonna pose a question. So men, tell me, do you honestly feel like the society is giving you an ear? Do you feel like we are listening enough to you? Do you feel like we have lost it and most of our attention has been given to the women? Because look, in as much as women, and most women, a higher percentage of women is going through gender-based violence, we also find out that men are going through gender-based violence mostly in silence because men don't talk about these things. The society has made it a norm to harass and ridicule any man who comes out and says, yo, this is what I am going through and I need help. So most men don't get help because the society either does not believe that men are going through this, or the society view a man who is going through this as a weakling, which is really sad. Women are good at talking. A few women will shut down, a few, very few, but it also is just for a period of time. Because giving you an example with myself, because I'm the best living example that you can ever have, there's a period of time that I never spoke about anything that was going on in my life, but after some thoughts and after meeting people, different people, figuring out that it was good to talk about not everything, but talk about those things that I was going through, those things zenye zilikuwa zinanifinya sana. I figured out that it is really good to talk about these things, and that's when I decided to start talking as a woman. So look at that man who the society has decided to victimize, ridicule, and make look so bad just because they are sharing one or two things about themselves. Due to this case, men are likely to be attacked by women. More men are likely to be attacked by women because nobody is gonna believe them, or because a very, very kidogo percentage is gonna believe that men are going through 1, 2, 3 and that men need help. So you know what, men are perpetrators of violence. Most men perpetrate violence, but most women victimize themselves. So I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember one day there was this home that people really used to fight, and we never knew who was ever being beaten, but the assumption was it is the woman. Why? Because the woman is the one who could cry, but in the morning the person who comes out with scars and all that is the man. So one day there was a lot of noise, and the woman was shouting, wailing, crying, and then people were just like, we gotta look at this and figure out what is going on. So who is this that is always crying? Who is what is going on? Believe you me, when the door was opened, the woman was on top of the man, beating the man thoroughly. Thoroughly. No one could believe, but the narrative had to change due to the fact that people had seen what was happening. So let's look at it this way. Before you see, I know in the current world, most people are doubting Thomases. So before you see, you will not believe. So we want to find out why most men are perpetrators. First, a man can be a perpetrator based on how they were raised up. You see, most men were raised up seeing their fathers beating their mothers. That's why a man has turned into a perpetrator and is now beating the wife. Why? Because what they learned from their fathers without even being taught is that a woman should be beaten. So a woman should be beaten according to this man when they make mistakes. I mean, there's no any other way of correcting the mistake rather than just beating the woman. Number two of why a man is, or most men are perpetrators, is if that man had an abusive childhood. So you remember those days when the mother of a child has gone, so the father brings in a stepmother, or the father is dead, so the mother brings in a stepfather, then the stepfather or the stepmother abuses the child. So the child grows knowing the only best way to sort issues is by being abusive. And being abusive is physical, emotional, harassment, like physical harassment. You abuse your partner, you beat them, because that is the only thing you grew up knowing. Again, the other thing why a man could be a perpetrator is them having is their childhood experience. So yeah, they used to fight a lot, they used to be beaten a lot, they used to witness people being beaten a lot. So that is the experience they grew up knowing. But we go back to our topic. Why is the sex society ridiculing men who come out to speak? I don't think that a man who comes out to speak is a weakling. A man who comes out to speak has the strength, has the powers. It's just that they do not want to retaliate or reciprocate the strength of abuse that they are experiencing in their marriage, their relationships, their whatevers towards the woman. So what do? They come out and say it is just too much and I have to speak about it. So I think our today's topic of asking why men are being ridiculed is a sensitive topic. And to be honest, men, if you are out there and you're listening to me, I urge you to come out and speak so that we women stop victimizing ourselves. I know women, and most women go through this, but there's that part of a toxic woman who is also abusing the man. Okay, until next time, stay tuned because we got nice things coming your way. Let's learn together and learn and unlearn and learn again and again, because learning never stops. Bye bye and stay tuned.